Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So if you're new here, hit the subscription button, hit the notifications bell to stay informed with all of our different updates we do here. We're covering OPXH, as you know. This is a hot topic, it's a hot subject, and it's just heating up more and more and more. The potential I see in this blockchain is substantial, to say the least. Like I've been explaining, right, I'm a validator, I come from the decentralized environment, I understand this technology very well. The LUNC blockchain doesn't even have as many tools as Operation Phoenix at this point, and the blockchain's not even a month old. So we've got a lot to go over in this video. If you are part of the OPXH community, guys, throw down those hashtags. Phoenix Army, Phoenix Rising, get those hashtags in, because this thing is just moving, and it's moving so fast. And like I said, I'm going to be covering a lot of different situations that are playing out at the moment, different updates, and at the end of this video I'm going to buy a small amount of OPXH to show you how I'm buying it, to give you a little tutorial guide. So realistically, if you're new, you've just got here, you haven't really dived into the Operation Phoenix videos, we're currently up a substantial amount. From my first investment, I'm up almost 200%, which is absolutely great to see this with a blockchain that's so new, like I was explaining. So seeing all of the different ins, the different outs, all of the different things that they've got is great. But the fact that they're KYC, they've got all of those different things, they're done, dusted, and they're just moving forward. They're plowing ahead. So firstly, let's go over to this update on Twitter. And I think this is bullish. This is probably one of the most bullish things to be working on in the background at the moment, to be coming forward for this community. And it's going to be the Infinity Launchpad, and this is going to be a token launchpad, but it's not going to be one that you can just launch any random token you want. You've got to be whitelisted, you've got to be approved. And like I've been saying about the NFT launchpad, you're only going to see the best of the best of the best. So what I'm going to do, instead of playing this video, I'm going to leave a link to this in the description, because there's another video that I want to quickly go over. So I don't want to hold you too long with this, but links to this in the description. Like I said, right, this is amazing. Seeing more and more tokens launch off of this L1 blockchain is only going to boost this actual blockchain's health. It's going to create liquidity, it's going to create transactions, it's going to create movement, it's going to generate new users, it's going to generate new ideas, and it's going to let you get involved. And these are all of the different sort of chemicals you need inside a recipe to go boom boom at this point. So let me bring you back here quickly, and what we're going to do now is quickly bring you over to the Phoenix Friday. This was the one that just passed, and this is a really important point that I've got, and I'm just going to play it for you folks, so just listen in and hear it from the people themselves.
Something that was really cool that happened. I talked to someone I used to for Safe. I've talked to them in the past, but it was cool to see that they were like, I was about to like freak out online about this project until I knew you were a part of it. So that's really cool. One of the things I want to talk about is one of the things I think we'll talk about right at the gate is supply shock and how that works. So Sean, do you want to go over supply shock with the community? Because it's definitely something that's really exciting.
Yeah, so basically there are only so many tokens in PancakeSwap. Obviously, the more people buy, the more those tokens get taken. If no one's selling, there's no one replenishing those tokens. So the more buying goes on without that happening, the less and less the supply goods. As we burn tokens, obviously that's just creating more of a supply shock, because there just aren't tokens that can flood back onto the market. But as we promised, everyone's having so much fun burning tokens and everything. We want to make 42 the new 32. So we're going to go ahead and burn 42,000 tokens. That should easily put us over 100,000 tokens burned. And we're going to continue doing things like this until we keep getting that supply down and keep getting closer and closer to where we need to go. So 42,000 tokens about to be burned.
This is absolutely huge that they're already engaging in these kind of tactics, because the supply itself is a very nice supply for a project of this size. If we look at Luna, which was an L1 chain decentralized like this, all the bells, all of the whistles, they had a supply very similar to this. So being able to stress this supply in the manner that they're speaking about is insane. And if you're part of the OPXH community, you've been seeing that reflection on the chart as we've been moving up. And that's been absolutely amazing. So as we can see here, we actually do have the transaction. We can show this to you. We can show you that they actually did burn 42,000 tokens, bringing them up to around 100,000 tokens burned from that total supply. And that's a considerable amount. This is going to be great. We've got so many listings coming. We've got all of these different launch pads approaching. We're at a point now where we're really going to start to see this thing move fast. And there's been so many people from my community, from the LUNC community, that are diving into this, that have got involved. They're sending me thanks. And this is such a good thing, right? Because SafeMoon, which is where a majority of the Operation Phoenix community is coming from, they've come from a bad situation. They got burned, and they're like us. We got burned. We're in a situation where we're trying to fix a chain, and ultimately, right, we all have got the same character traits. We're all kind of in the same boat. We're all rowing in the same direction, and I don't feel like it's a situation where there's going to be friction at any point. Everybody here is really understanding, and once again, these are all the chemicals you want to see with a blockchain like this. Really, when it's new like this, it's got a low MC, and I mean, it's just teeter-tottering around that 10 million market cap. So let's quickly bring up the transaction on BSC. So there is a burn wallet. If you want to get involved, you can use this to burn coins. I've seen loads of different people doing small amounts, but to see the actual developers do this, the project do this, is a really good sign. Because if we look at SHIB, right, they're really struggling to get their lead developers burning. They're struggling to get the people who they're supposed to look up to, who are supposed to get guidance from. They're struggling to see those burns. Once again, not seeing that here. So I'll be leaving links to all of this in the description, so you'll be able to do the burn safely, do all of the different things. So I've got a clip up here where you can see the max total supply. You can see the change. We've got just over 1,000 holders. We're pushing close to 1.5k holders. This is really good. We're so new into this. It's unbelievable. So I've had a lot of different people asking me, Jay, how have you purchased your coins? And I know it's on Bitget now, but me personally, what I'm trying to do is show people how to use the DEX, how to work this all in. First things first, you're going to need to decide where you're going to send your BNB to. You're probably going to want to either use MetaMask or Trust Wallet. Now, if either or of these are not showing up for you, the likelihood is you do not have the extensions installed. Links to those extensions in the description to this video. So we'll be using MetaMask for this video because that's what I've decided to use. Now, Trust Wallet or MetaMask are definitely, for me, the best options if you want to dive into staking your coins, which you can get a decent return on, might I add. You've got two options for that. I'll cover that briefly at the end of the video. So let me quickly connect my MetaMask wallet, and as you can see here, I have connected. Now, it's a really simple process with a DEX. First things first, let's change your slippage to 0%. This means that you're wanting to get it for the price that it is at. You're not willing to take a price that's a little bit higher, a little bit lower. This gets an instant settlement, in my opinion. So what I'm going to do is just chuck in a 1B and B buy. And it is so simple. It's as simple as this. Once you've connected, you just click that button. You'll have a prompt come up. You can't see my prompt because it's hidden. I'm going to click confirm. That transaction has submitted. And just as simple as that, I have swapped some BNB into OPXH. So now if I click my OPXH, you can see that I've got an updated balance, which is really good. Like I said, this is such a simple system to use. So realistically, if you're coming to speed bumps here, it's either going to be you haven't got the extension installed for MetaMask or Trust Wallet. That's why they're not showing up. Your antivirus may be a little bit iffy bitty. You may need to allow this website. I actually had to do that with AVG because AVG is just very over dramatic, to say the least. Now, let's quickly dive back over to the staking. I want to cover that a little bit more before we end this video. So if we bring you to here, like I said, links to everything in the description. So you've got 14 and 13 and 30-day staking periods. So you can choose to do this through MetaMask or Trust Wallet. I did mine through MetaMask, like I was saying. I'm just a big fan of it. BNB fees are really cheap as well. They're incredibly cheap. Now, with the staking, it's very simple. It's just as simple as using the DEX. And when you want to swap backs, the DEX is just as simple as that. You can exit your staking for an early penalty. Bear that in mind, you will get an exit penalty. So if you are diving into something like this, try not to risk what you can't lose to afford. I'm not a financial advisor, but that's just what I would do from my point of view. So there you go, folks. You've had a really decent update as to what's going on with Operation Phoenix, what's upcoming, what's currently happened, the burns that have transpired, and you now have a small tutorial guide on how to purchase Operation Phoenix. We're supposedly getting another listing that I'm hearing whispers in the wind next week on Friday. Hopefully that lands around that AMA. Hopefully we see more coins burn, and hopefully we see that price continue to rise. And just quickly at the end of this video, like I said, if you're not involved with this yet, from my bottom investment, and I've made 2 double downs since then, I'm going to be making another double down very shortly during this next dip. It's around a 2x. This is really decent, and it's just the beginning. This is just a 10 mil market cap at the moment, one CEX listing, listed on PancakeSwap, listed on a DEX, got its all its own tools. It's definitely ticking all the right boxes for me. I'm getting very excited. I'm getting those crypto vibes, the moon boy vibes, the feelings that this really could go somewhere extraordinary. It's got a huge community behind it, and it's only going to get bigger by the day. Folks, if you're not getting involved in the giveaway here, do get involved with it. 10,000 USDT, 1 million LUNC split between the top 3 commenters each month. Just comment, like, and share this video to get entered. If you're not delegating with us, if you don't have any LUNC, maybe you pick up some LUNC, you can stake with us. You can stake with us through Trust Wallet as well. We are listed on there. If you don't know how to stake, create a wallet, all of those different things, check out our tutorial playlist. We've got everything you would ever need to dive into our blockchain. Autocompounding is also available free at hccfactory.com. Links to our Patreon in the description. Today, we've called another 90% gain just within the past 24 hours. So that's been another almost 1x on people's investments that are getting involved in these alpha drops on the Patreon. Links to that in the description. Links to the indicator in the description. There is a video dropping for that very soon. So do get involved with that if you want to. Prices are going to be going up soon. It's 20% reduced now for life. But like I said, it's going back up soon. Keep an eye out for the video. Stay safe, stay humble, stay aware. And as always, I'll catch you in the next one.